to the Nana Cheche show. Oh, I'm super excited. We're back. You know, we took a break. We were promoting my book, my first book, The Power of Your Words. So we are back to the Nana Cheche show. And today I'm super excited to have two wonderful people impacting the community. Our theme for tonight is impacting our community or the community. And I have on my right Mr. Malik Ahli, who is the founder of an organization called MaskedMen. And then on my left, I have Mrs. Mary Boadu, who is a banker, a professional, banker, and also an author. She's written 4 books, and her latest book is From Debt to Wealth, which we'll be talking about. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I am so thankful that you're here, even though how was the weather like for you? Where you're coming from? It's so cold.
Very cold, yeah.
Very cold, but you're looking bright, and you know I love my bright colors, so it's great. And see, Mary's got the red, I've got this color, so it's great.
Come on,
so
Nana, you look great too.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We've got it all,
very colorful, very colorful. And tonight we're talking serious topic about what is happening in our community and how you guys are using what you're doing to impact the community. So Malik, let's start with you. MaskedMen. Tell me about MaskedMen.
Thank you, Nana. So MaskedMen it's an organization that I set up not too long ago, and our aim is to create a platform where we have specialized professionals to advise and support immigrant men in the community. So that's the main deal with MaskedMen.
So why MaskedMen? When you send me the name, because I know you have a program coming up at the end of the month, and I said MaskedMen. Okay, I know women. Most of the time it's the women that, because we put on makeup and we hide, you know, our scars and stuff. So why did you choose the word MaskedMen?
So as you said, mask means covering your face. So the idea came from when I think about what men go through, which factors that could lead to mental related issue. So I was like, okay, if I'm able to empower someone to come out of that situation, then that means they are uncovering any issue that they're going in at the moment. So the idea came up, why not MaskedMen? So I said, okay, let me go with MaskedMen. So helping the man to uncover whatever issue that they are going in the community.
So have you got mask on now?
I believe everyone has got a mask, if not for a long period, for a certain time in their life, they go through issues. So I think it's better we sometimes have to uncover the mask that we have, and seek for support if we're going through any difficulties.
Yeah, because of society, because of tradition, because of certain things in the community, men always, because of the macho guys, the masculine. So there are certain things that we expect men to do, and so they say man up, men don't cry, and man up, men don't. You have to provide. So it's a no if the man is not working, or the men have to most of the time bring the money home, not the women. So I so understand where you're coming from. But let's hold the thought and dive into the lady who will teach us how to, or the men how to make more money, and then so that we will uncover Mike. So Mary, you have been in the banking world for over 20 years.
Yes.
Wow, and you have worked with so many banks. Yeah. Would you like to tell me some of the banks?
I worked with my first job. I worked with Barclays Bank.
Here or back home?
Here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Ghana, I only did my national service, and that was it.
You ran away.
That's it. Yeah.
You know where to find you. Okay.
Yeah. So my first proper job was here with Barclays. I worked with them for about 7-8 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then gave us the opportunity to come with them, but everybody took redundancy. So I went on to work with other international banks, and I worked with Lloyds banking group as well. And then the next one was HSBC in Canary Wharf.
Okay.
And after that, I worked for Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo, my favorite.
Yeah. Investment banking.
Investment. So
Yeah.
what is it? Because, you know, once upon a time when I see a lady or somebody who works in the bank, it was the bank or those who were air hostess. I was so impressed, you know, that, you know, one day I want to work in the bank, but obviously some of us. So why banking? Why did you go into banking?
It's very funny. My mom was a banker.
Okay.
And when she was leaving, she left to set up her own business. When she was leaving, she told them, because they were begging her to stay, and she said, I'll bring one of my children to the bank.
Okay.
Not necessarily at the same bank, but for any bank. So one of her children will be a banker. And I didn't even know. Lo and behold, I became a banker. I'm telling you.
You became a banker.
I became a banker.
That is brilliant. So then, was it mom that forced you to become a banker?
She did not force me,
Okay.
but it was something that I really wanted to do.
Okay.
Yeah, just a passion.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I wish I could have passion to be a banker.
I love to see when I go into the bank. It's like I get so excited seeing the bankers working. Yeah, you know.
Okay, so tell me, like a day as like in your banking world, what was your day like? Because you were in investment banking.
It was fun.
Fun. Malik, it was fun.
Well, for the start, it was fun.
Yeah.
And then things got busy and stress setting, but it was fun. Yeah. I worked mostly in syndicated loans. So
when you say syndicated, she's giving us a bit. When you say syndicated loans, what does that mean?
Okay. Say a company or a bank, it could be a bank or a company, they want a loan, but it's so huge that one bank cannot provide.
Okay.
So different banks will provide, and then there will be a lead banker or a lead bank.
Okay.
And then a lead bank and about say 10, 20, 30 other banks. So they will all chip in. So this one will bring like 100 million, and then we'll put the money together and then we'll lend it to the bank. So the other banks are syndicates.
Oh.
So it's like normal syndicates.
Okay. That's interesting because I never thought banks could also want loans, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've worked with all these banks. So do you think one day you open your own bank?
It's possible. Everything is possible.
Good. I like that.
Yeah, power of your words.
I like that. So we're going to dive into your book. And the book, Mary's latest book is From Debt to Wealth, which I believe that we all have to get and read because, you know, I would say almost everyone, one way or the other, is in debt, or one way or the other wants to come out of debt. So it's an educational book and managing personal finance, you know, your wealth, prosperity. You have to have financial freedom, meeting ends, and deep, you know, in debt. So we're going to be talking about it, and which, you know, one of the things that is giving stress to families, stress to marriages, stress to companies, and it's finance.
Yes.
Finance is a big thing that we need to talk about. So today we're going to dive into it. But Malik, MaskedMen. So prior to MaskedMen, what did you do and why setting up this organization, as you've told me already?
Yeah, so prior to MaskedMen, I've worked in the health sector for quite a few years. Yeah, and also being an immigrant, and I've been through personal journeys before I got to this stage. So prior to that, that's mostly who
You are.
Yeah.
So you're passionate about, because all of us are immigrants, isn't it? And we all Ghanaians, and we all came from wherever we're coming from Ghana to settle here. And some people, by God's grace, make it. Some, it takes time for them to make it. So it's a journey. It's life journey, and people go through a lot. And we know people are still going through a lot, and they don't get to share, especially men. That is why MaskedMen come in. They don't get to share their problems. They don't get to share their journeys, because if all of us were supposed to sit down and write, you remember we used to talk, myself. We all have something that, whether it weighed us down or it wanted us to give up in life, but we still pressed on. So we have so many men out there who are going through issues. It could be divorce. It could be the children, co-parenting, prison. Because these are some of the things. And in the prisons, it's the men which have the highest percentage, majority in prisons, and is affecting the victims. So with your organization, which what does it have to offer?
So what my organization does is, we've got a yearly event that we're trying to set up. So every year we're going to pick one particular factor that we think are quite related to the immigrant man. Then we get the professionals on board. Then they will advise and support. So let's say financial issue, how to come out of debt. So I'll get you, then you'll be at the event. So what you do is you create a workshop where we will invite men. It will be a general one, so we invite men to come.
Okay.
So anyone who needs support in that regard will have to come to you. So you will counsel them and talk them through how to come out of debt. And that's going to be a free event.
Okay.
Because everything that we do, we are not just creating seminars or talk show where like people will just come and talk and go home. What we are doing is every year we bring the professionals at our events. So people will come and get the support that they need. They won't just come and sit and listen and go home and face the same problem. We have the professionals there. So every time you come, you speak to them, they support you, then you go home with something.
Oh, so there is that support system. So let's say with the finance, then there is a place to go apart from the seminar, place to go to, like a follow-up, so that it's not like you're left alone, but it's a follow-up. So and then we help you to come out of the debt, or whether it's you're not well, whatever treatment you need, the professionals are there to help support. That is brilliant.
And
that is brilliant.
One more issue is to do with the health aspect. As you said, most men, I won't say we don't want to, we're a bit reluctant when it comes to going to check up, to seek for medical checkup and that. So what this organization, what MaskedMen will also do is we go out there, get the professionals, doctors who are specialized in some of the issues, quote unquote, they say are quite related to Africans and Afro-Caribbean men. So we get them. Then when we talk about, let's say, hypertension, we get the doctors there at our seminars or event. So they will talk to you. So if you need support, then they will counsel you and let you know how you're going to come out of hypertension.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So can I ask, why are men so reluctant in wanting to go for checkups? Why? Now you're a man, so the men can join the conversation. Why is it? Why? Tell me. Why?
With me.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take me.
Yes, Malik.
Example.
Yeah.
I won't go for checkup because mostly I feel, okay, I can't just wake up and go for jogging or let's say go to the gym, then I will be fine.
Yeah.
Or there are cases where I feel, this thing is nothing. It's just going to go in a week or two.
A week or two?
A week or two.
Did you hear yourself? A
Yes,
week
yes.
or two. So you won.
Yes, that's the reality. Sometimes you have headache, it happens for a day or two, and you go like, come on, I have to drink water or sleep over it, and it's going to be fine. So in this case, it's like most men don't really go for checkups. But
yeah.
I like how there's been lots of awareness nowadays in regards to men have to go for checkup and that. So one thing is my organization I've started, and I'm also setting the example already.
That's very good.
Any event that I promote or any issue that I raise on my platform, I will make sure, or I've already gone for a checkup.
You've done it.
So it will be an experience from my part. So I won't just say it and not practice it. I'll practice it, then I'll come and tell you this is the checkup I've done. I'm creating an awareness on that. So let's go from there.
That is fantastic. Well done. So if you're a man and you want to know more about MaskedMen, stay tuned, because at the end of the program, we're going to give more information about this program that is coming on. So Mary, from debt to wealth. Why from debt to wealth? Why did you decide to write this book?
Yes. Finances, it doesn't matter where you were born, where you live. It's like we all go through financial difficulties. Most people have been there. I know a lot of people who have family members and all that. And some people are really, really deep into it. But in the book of Hosea, the Bible says, for lack of knowledge, my people perish. Because we don't have financial knowledge, we don't know what to do, we don't know how to save, invest, how to avoid overspending, how to budget. We get into debt, which is no good. And it does affect a lot of people, because you to write on that.
Okay.
And because I'm in finance already, and I love it, and I love it, and I have a passion for finance, I said, let me do something especially for our community and for our family members as well, so that we can avoid it from now on and then build generational wealth. So I'm learning something new. My children, I'm teaching them, and then they will also teach their children. So it will go on and on and on into generations. Avoid it, and then just save, invest, and live well and live good.
That is powerful. The book says, From Debt to Wealth, teaches us how to pay off your debt in order to build wealth through assets. Like the Solomon portfolio, you will learn how to diversify your assets through stocks and shares, mutual funds, bonds, real estates, and commodities. Most of us, especially we Ghanaians, I'm addressing Ghanaians because I'm a Ghanaian. So, we travel, we make the money, or we're working, but then we take the money back home. First of all, the pounds is going to you're going to change it.
Oh yeah.
The exchange rate into cedis. And so you devalue your currency. Okay. The other thing is, we make the money, and instead of buying some properties here, we say we're going to build back home. And most of us can testify the building back home, the chaos is causing in families. And I look at the other nationals here in the UK. Examples are the Asians. They own properties,
right.
10s, 20s. The portfolio for the Asians, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then we go and have the portfolio back home, and we don't live in them.
That's it. Yeah.
So what would you tell us Malik, myself, and our wonderful friends and family watching us.
Yeah.
When it comes to having a portfolio, if you have not, maybe forget about the past. 2020 is coming, so it's a good time we're talking about this, so that you can be doing something with the money that you have.
That's right.
So, Mary, teach us something on stocks and shares.
Okay.
Something on stock and shares.
Stocks and shares.
Yeah, what we have to do, we're going to break it down so that all of us can learn something today.
Of course.
No, I think before you get that,
Yeah.
you get into stocks and shares.
Yes.
If you have any debt, I would say just pay it off. Because if you have debt, you are paying interest on the debt. You are paying money away to a bank, away to somebody else, and they are enjoying your money, but you are having less at the end of the month. That interest that you're paying, that could actually go into stocks and shares.
Wow.
So when you buy stocks and shares, it's like you are buying a stake in a company, and you get dividends. So they pay dividends probably quarterly, semi-annually, and then annually. So it's like money coming back to you. It's passive income.
Okay.
So as much as you work in, you're getting your salaries, you are also getting multiple sources. You have multiple sources of income, and dividends is part of it.
Okay.
Which goes a long way. So it adds up to, if you don't take it, if you don't take the dividends and spend, but you add it to your stocks, it rolls, that's it. And then it compounds, and then it accrues. So it goes on and on. Before you know, you might start off with £100, but in the next 10 years, it will be like 10,000 or 20,000 or something.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. So it's the discipline and then consistency in investing. And stocks and shares is not just one. It's not just it. You know, you have other investment stuff that you can do.
Yeah.
So just spreading your risk and not putting your money in one sector.
Wow. So we're talking about From Debt to Wealth, written by our wonderful, I call her multimillionaire, you know me and my words. So Mrs. Mary Ayisi Boadu.
Yeah.
And stay to the end of the program, because we'll be giving information about them. So, you know, in some of the page 10, it says 5 principles of money solution. And money is big.
That's right.
So what some of the 5 solutions, and it says that, and you know, it's amazing. It's stated in the Bible, you know. And the other day somebody said, Nana, is your show a Christian show? I said, the show is a show that teaches values. It's a show that educates people, that motivate people. So but I'm a Christian, so definitely, you know, we'll be talking about it. So, you know, so it says get out of debt. So this year, before the year ends into 2020, we are all going to learn with our brother here, who is helping our men to unmask themselves, you know, to get out of debt. And I believe most of us are in debt. It says that the Bible says that the rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is a slave to the lender. It's in Proverbs 22:7. That is so true. I tell you, if you owe somebody, the way they treat you, they tell people that, you know, you've gone to borrow from them, and, you know, they try to disgrace you, and they try to, you know, say things. You've been there, isn't it? You know, so we're saying to our sisters and brothers that we can come out of that.
That's right.
You know, because you become a slave to them.
Yeah.
You become a slave to them. It says, rip up your credit cards and never get them again. Oh dear.
Only
how?
If you can. Some people, they will tell you that, but we use it for lucrative businesses, and we know how to manage it.
Okay.
So if you know how to manage it and you are fine with it, that's fine. So for me, I look at it in different ways.
Okay.
But if you don't know how to manage credit card and you are wasting your money on interest, just get rid of it.
Cut it.
Just let it go.
Cut your credit card. Malik,
just get it, let it go.
Yes, it's interesting what you're saying, which I do agree with most of the things. I just wanted to know if, because I know a few people who have got 2 cards, they could get, let's set an example, they could get £10,000 on one card and £5,000 on another card. What advice will you give? Should they pay off the 5,000 first, which is the small amount, or the £10,000?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not you?
I work with
I'm kidding.
When you're paying off your debts, so you just list them, so at least you know what you've got to deal with. But you pay off the smallest first. So you pay it off, and then when it's done and you cross it out, at least you know one is done. That's it. And it's like it gives you a boost of confidence. You are happy that at least one is gone. And because it was small, you pay it off quickly, quicker than the bigger one. And when you finish, the monthly payments that you were using to apply to the smaller one, even though you finish paying it, don't use it as your savings. Just add it to the next one so you will finish paying off quickly.
Okay.
So it will be quick. Yeah.
Okay. So we know that it's a big deal when it comes to the men, because they take the credit cards. They want to have the credit cards, and they want to take control of the credit card. You don't use the credit card. The men?
Men don't use credit cards.
Really?
It's the ladies. You take it shopping, right?
Because I don't remember the last time I went for shopping.
Yeah. So are you saying it's the women that use credit cards most? Okay, you've been in the field. How men and women?
I think he's right.
Seriously?
He's right.
Okay.
Yeah. But you know what? With credit card, you will spend. You think like, okay, I have £1,000. I need money. I've used it from my credit card. And then next time you need money, but because you've maxed out your credit card, you don't have enough balance to spend again. So what do? You can't find money elsewhere, so you just cope. So why don't you cope without a credit card, so you don't owe anybody, don't pay any interest to any bank? Because you pay this interest to the banks, at the end of the day, they are paying bonuses to the staff. They are enjoying your money, that's it.
Okay.
They are declaring big profits and then enjoying your money whilst it's like you are deep in this.
So that's why you're saying don't buy stuff you don't
need.
Have money for.
That's it.
So don't buy stuff you don't have money for. Don't buy things you don't need. Christmas is around the corner, and this is when most people go into debt because we want to buy presents, the toys, the gadgets, and a lot of presents. So make sure you're buying us presents. So we're going to talk about that. And then it says, imagine how much you can save or invest if you don't have any card payments. So are you advising us that we have to minimize usage of credit cards?
If you can. What I would advise my children, don't even get into it, right? And then someone will ask you, okay, if I don't have a credit card, how can I build my credit? My credit score, my credit.
Of course.
But don't forget, it's not only credit card that can build your credit. You have mobile phones. If it's on contract, it's credit. Your electricity, some of them, like they report to the credit agencies, water bill, so many things. Even some of the insurance companies, if they give it to you on credit, they are reporting. So long as they report to a credit reference agency, you are building your credit. But they're saying that to us, that if you don't have a credit card, you can't build your credit because they want you to get credit, credit card.
Okay, good.
So just ignore them.
Wow, that is good to know. Did you learn something now? We all thought you have to have a credit card because and then so it means that your mobile phones, if it's contract, you have to make sure you're paying.
That's right.
You're paying your monthly bill so that you don't get it. Okay, this is exciting. So the next time you have in your MaskedMen, we need the men. We need the men to learn more about finance. And the other thing that makes men to makes them withdraw is when they're told that they can't have something, they don't have access to the children. And now, as you said, your organization helps co-parenting, how would you know, how do you get the men to come to you and say, hey, this is what I'm going through, and maybe the missus is not allowing me to see the kids, and how do you go about it?
Yeah, I think men, we do talk to each other. We do. So mostly, because if you're so close with your friend, definitely they're going to share some issues that are bothering them with you. And also through research, you find out that most of these mediation services around that support, let's say, marriage issues, or let's say co-parenting. We immigrants, when we come over to this country, our family structure is broken already because we don't have lots of family around. So the idea of co-parenting, when the man is being drawn out of the picture totally, in a long way it affects our children.
Yeah.
Which is something that people are not addressing, because everyone is saying, oh, they want a father figure in their lives. If the man is not creating any harm to the woman and to the children, there's no need to deprive them of playing that father role in the children's life. In the long run, the kids will go out and look for a role model somewhere else. So we immigrants don't have a family, a larger family in this country. So the ones that we have, we don't have to play with that.
Do you think the church history also play a role in this, in talking about co-parenting, especially in as you said, in as the immigrants and the African Caribbean community, since there are a lot of broken homes, and is that we can see what is happening now in the community, in the lives of the children, because most of them that we've sat down and interviewed are most of the time their dads are not at home, or there's one parent missing, and so they go and wanting to fill the void, get themselves into these gang lords or these people that try to be role models to them, and then it ends up different. Do you think the church should play?
I think the faith organizations need to play lots of role in these issues, because when it comes to church or faith-related issue, because I'm a Muslim, so I classify it as faith organization.
Faith, okay.
If the faith leaders cannot recognize that, okay, this woman is a single parent, right? Where is the dad? How best are you trying to get the dad involved in your children? Or how best can we support you so you get the child to get access to the father? If the faith leaders are not doing that, then I don't know where we're going to start from. Because in one of my community outreach, what I do is I go around speaking to other organizations. I do speak to some of the faith leaders, and I ask them, how best can we tackle this issue when it comes to co-parenting? Funny thing is, most of them do tell me that, oh, we're already dealing with such issues in our churches. And I'm like, so are we doing that well, that we still see these kids like killing each other? So truly it's a big question, and I feel the faith leaders are not doing much to support this issue.
So if you're a faith leader, if you're a pastor, if you're a bishop, if you're a reverend, if you're imam, we're saying that let's get involved and help single parents, help especially the men, because Malik is here talking about MaskedMen, wanting the men to come out and speak, and wanting us all to come together and help our fathers, our uncles, our brothers who are really struggling. And now the suicide rate in our community is men, because most of them cannot talk, come out and speak, what is bothering them. So it's either they turn into drinking, to alcohol, or they just, end their lives. But there is a way. There is a way, and one of the ways is our brother here who have realized that it's very important for the community to rise up. So his organization called MaskedMen is putting out an event at the end of the month, which is the 30th of November.
It's 30th of November,
yes.
And it will fall on the International Men's
the International Men's Day. So this month actually is dedicated to men. So we want our brothers, our uncles, and to come out and come and listen to what is going to be happening on that very day. So we'll be sharing the information soon. And we are also loving our conversation with our sister from Debt to Wealth, which it's a book that I think every household should have, because we all want to come out of debt, because as we've learned, it says you become a slave to the borrower. So we don't want to be slaves. So you say pay off your debts. I think we talk about that. There's another page that I saw that maybe it will help us. Credit reports. Yeah. Some of us, we are bad. We have CCJs and all that. And, and most people, I think I did talk about it. It's with that most people don't know that they can come out of that. They can repair their credit score. So credit score and credit report, how do they work?
You can actually learn. Everybody can learn. If you have a phone, you can set up the app.
Oh, there's an app.
There's an app. So like I have Experian on my phone. So you can, and it gives you a free access. So you can't have, it's not the full report, but at least a free access.
Okay.
And it gives you your score. So your score is free.
Okay.
And if
when you say my score,
your credit score.
My credit score. Yeah. Okay, good.
Your credit score. So how you've managed your accounts, they use numbers to score you.
Okay.
So if you don't pay your debt on time, the company would file a report at the end of the month with the credit reference agency. So they will tell them how you've been managing your account. And then they will score you. And this score is what is going to determine if you get a loan, a credit card, even buy a mortgage. Yeah. So if you don't plan well, even if you owe a bank, if you owe a bank and you are supposed to pay or a bill, if you don't have the money, call them. Just tell them that this is what happened, and you can't pay up.
Negotiate.
That's it. Yeah, just speak to them. Let them know the situation that you are in, and then they are just humans. Yeah, the manager is human. The clerk, whoever. That's it. Everybody owes. Even the country owes. They owe more than even me and you. Yeah. So they will understand. Instead of just keeping quiet, they will send a report to the credit reference agencies, and it's going to affect you probably for life, unless you do something about it. Like you want to actively manage your credit to come out, and then that would reflect on your score.
Okay.
Yeah, because your credit score it should be treated as next to the Bible. Yeah.
Oh wow.
If you want to live here, if you want to enjoy life, because you have kids, your kids will go to school. Probably if you don't have money, you might want to borrow and then give to your children. Your children in future might want to buy a house and they might not have enough money. You might want to help them in a certain way. You might need to buy something that you would need to have a good score. So making a conscious effort to maintain a proper credit file, credit report, credit score is key to your financial development. Otherwise, you're going to live in poverty for the rest of your life, which is not good. We don't want that.
So it means that as we're listening to our sister, if moving forward, going into the new year, if you want your credit report or your credit score to be good and clean, so that you start afresh. You can get the app of Experian.
Yeah.
So Experian, there's another one. You see
There's
that
Equifax.
Yes. You know, so you can phone them up, or you can get the app, and then you can, you know, monitor
and then repair.
You know, but you know, if you want more information, you can get the book. If you really, because it's a very great book that you want to read, From Debt to Wealth. And especially when we started, her kids, you know, when it comes to financial knowledge, most of us did not know better, and so we got ourselves in a mess. But God's being so good, some of us who are working our way out, or we are out. But if you have, now is the time to sit your children down.
That's right.
Now is the time to whether how old they are, you can invest for them. There are certain financial institutions that I think when my kids were born here, the first 2 or 3, they get a voucher and you can invest for them, and I think they can take it out when they're 18 or so.
Child Trust Fund.
It's locked. But they had it. I think the first 2 had it. But now they don't do it anymore. So that does not mean that we shouldn't. You know, so the young adults who are in uni, you know, most of them come out in debt. Could you help us?
I know.
Tell us what
you know,
to do
when they go to uni, and then they get all these student loans, they get these,
they get
and
excited.
and then the banks too will be sending them, oh, we've approved you for a credit card, or we'll give you your initial credit card, £200. After a while, they will increase it, whether the child is working or not working, so long as they are getting some money from the student finance. But it's loan anyway. But because they're getting money into their account, they are offering them credit. Do they need it? No. But you are like introducing them into debt. And this is going to go a long way. And kids, they don't know how to manage it. If we parents don't teach them, they don't know how to manage it. So they get the money, and the first thing that they think about is, oh, I'm going to the shop, I'm going to buy this. Oh, my friend is using this bag, wearing this nice clothes, that's consumables. That's all they think about. So before they know, it's like they are in debt already. And by the time their uni is completed, they are out and they start a new job, they are in debt. So they will have to service the debt as much as trying to live a better life, which is very, very frustrating. So the ones that they don't need, tuition is fine. Maintenance fee, like maintaining themselves for the year, it's fine. Anything else, not necessary, not needed. So they shouldn't take loans, they shouldn't take extra borrowing, no credit cards. If they offer it to them, they should just say no. In fact, if you're a parent and then a bank send them your child a credit card, and you know your child is young, don't even understand finance, just rip it up. Cancel it. Call the bank. Call the bank. Tell them.
Okay.
I've done it before.
Okay.
There was this bank, they wrote to me, pre-approved credit card. I was just laughing. In fact, I got upset. And I called them and I said, I don't want to see this letter. If you have my name on your database, make sure you clear it.
Wow.
I don't want to see it. The interest rate was 38 point something.
Wow.
That is ridiculous. I'm telling you. That is ridiculous. I had the Barclays card that was 17%. Even that, I gave it back to them. And you want me to take a credit card of 30 something pounds, 38 point something percent. It's like you're ripping me off of my money.
But the thing is, because a lot of people don't have the knowledge of the APRs, or the percentage as you call it. So far as I have a credit card of 5,000 and I'm happy.
You know what the guy said to me?
Yeah.
When I said, take my name off your database, I don't want to receive any letter from you. Don't entice me into getting a credit card. I don't even want my kids to see this. So don't. He went quiet a bit and he said, you are the wisest woman I've ever spoken to.
Wow.
I hope his employer or the manager did not hear it. You know?
So they know what they did to us.
They know that they are getting you into debt. But
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's high time
Yeah.
we educate ourselves. I mean, we need to dive more into this.
Yeah.
This is just the beginning.
Yeah.
So if you see me and Mary promoting, we we really seriously want our community to come out of that.
Yeah.
If the people are getting richer, we can also get rich.
That's right.
But it's just the knowledge. We don't, and as you said, the lack of knowledge, people perish. So the lack of financial knowledge gets us in debt. The lack of financial knowledge makes us poor. You know, so if we are getting this knowledge now, imagine if we're able to teach our children.
That's right.
The kids that we're going to raise in this country and affect generations. If they say there's generational curses, there's also generational blessings, but it will be entirely up to us, the parents, the uncle at home, the father at home, all of us, you know, educating ourselves. And as my brother said, the faith leaders as well. If we're able to teach our congregations, you know, we pray, we bind, but we also have to pray and get knowledge.
That's right.
And it's very important. And I mean, I'm advocating seriously for all of us to get out of that. And Mary, I am so thankful that you've come to share with us. And so, Malik, you know, we're going to be rounding up soon. So where are we going to find the more information on Masked Men?
So with our first annual event, if I'll start with that, it will be on the 30th November, which will happen at the engine room, N17, 9FU. So it will start at 12:30.
Engine room is in what? Tottenham Hill, around Tottenham Hill.
Engine room is not far from Tottenham Hill Station, just about 3 minutes walk. So soon as you come, because we want the proximity, so we just try to get it closer to the tube station. So soon as you come out of the station, ask anyone where the engine room is, and you don't get lost.
And what time is it?
12:30 the event will start. So there'll be lots of refreshment, different variety of foods, and so refreshment, then we have a talk, then we'll have the lunch.
Okay. And what are you talking about on that day?
Yeah, on that day we'll be focusing on mental well-being. So we'll be talking about co-parenting. We'll be talking about how to access the health service. So I've got qualified doctors who will be coming over to talk to us how immigrants, because there are cases where we do want to seek for the medical service, but we don't feel that confident to go out and speak to the right people. And also there are situations where they classify some immigrants as those with irregular status, right? Yeah. We are in a community where most of these people have got children.
That's right.
If you are depriving them of their health and their mental well-being, it's going to trigger onto their children. And these kids will have a long-term effect whereby they will also grow up and pass it on to their children. So what we're creating is, we don't mind what people say, irregular or regular status, we are there to support. We're all human, we're immigrants, and we're going to be moving from one place to another, so treat everyone equally.
That's awesome. Awesome. And where can we find more information on MaskedMen?
More information, we're on Twitter. So if you go to Twitter, it's MaskedMen Campaign, and Instagram. I use my personal handle as well, which is Malik Ali. Then also I've got an Instagram account, MaskedMen Campaign. So you can
on Facebook too?
We're not on Facebook at the moment. What we're doing is we want to build an organization where we'll be able to provide the right information to the people. So we're not rushing into things. We want to build the right information for the community.
That's awesome. MaskedMen. So Twitter, you find them there, Malik, Ali, and Mary.
I might say something.
Yeah.
I always tell people that if you buy my book and you don't like it, I'll give you your money back, 100%.
Ew.
Sometimes I even offer 200%. I'll give you double.
Oh,
And they
wow.
all come back like, thank you. And we're entering into a new year.
Yeah.
We have to change our ways of dealing with debt.
Yes.
We have to clear and start all afresh. And I also help people to come out. So if you need help, if you need someone to hold your hands to build a better future for you and your children's children, I'm here.
To support. Okay, so where can we find you?
I'm on Facebook, and I believe most people are on Facebook. I'm on Twitter as well.
As
Mary Ayisi. If you type my full name,
Mary Ayisi Boadu.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Instagram, I'm there, and
And where can we get the book if we want to buy?
The book is on Amazon. If you have Apple, so it's on Apple iBooks. It's on Books A Million. It's on a lot of platforms, so online platforms you can get it. Or just type it and then it just shows up.
Okay, awesome. So
you can contact me directly, and then
on your social media.
On my social media.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful that you came to share, and I know that what the two of you began is really going to be an impact, and it's impacting the community. So thank you, and make sure you come to Malik's event, especially our fathers out there, the men out there. Come to this event on the 30th of November. Follow MaskedMen and get more information, as well as if you want to hold your family's hand, get out of debt to wealth. Find the book. The right book to start the new year with is From Debt to Wealth. Thank you. I hope to see you next time.
Thank you.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
for having us.
Thank you. Yeah.